gonna dice our tomatoes up. We're gonna put half of our tomatoes in the pico and half just aside for the regular tacos. So when it comes time to build our tacos, we'll be ready to go. Alrighty, that should be more than enough tomatoes here for both. So I'm going to put some aside for us to put on the tacos. I'm going to put these in here for the pico. Next up is our onion. And this one, some of it's going in the taco meat itself, and some of it is going in the pico. And we're going to want this diced, so don't go all the way through. Just go straight down with your knife, whatever size you want your dice to be. And diced onions. Easy peasy. Again, we're going to put a little bit of this into the pico. About half as much as there is tomato. And the rest is going to go with the meat itself. Okay, gonna cheat a little bit. I don't know if cheating's the right word. It's a little more expensive for sure, but when we went to the store last, they had exactly 0 lettuce on the regular produce shelves, but they did have the little bags of pre-shredded lettuce, so it's not that hard. I think I need my money back. That's not shredded. What's going on? But there we have our tomatoes and our lettuce. For when we're all done, we can use those to build our tacos. And onto the pico, we have our onion and our tomato in there. Yeah, we're just going to put, fresher is always better, but because we're not letting this sit out for a while, we're just going to go right into eating it. We're going to use the jarred pickled jalapenos, which we go through a remarkable amount of those. When you own a spice company, your cilantro looks like this. Don't need anywhere near that much, just a little pinch will go a long way. Probably about a tablespoon or so. And a little bit of lime juice, about 2 tablespoons of lime juice for this much. Not even that, because it's looking pretty juicy down in there already. And that's really almost all there is to it. You can add a little bit of garlic in here, not a whole lot. And you just give this a stir. This is best if you let it refrigerate and kind of get all the flavors mixed up together for a couple of hours. We're going to stick it in the refrigerator, but it is not going to be in there that long. Okay, we're going to cut up our chicken a little bit. This is just some leftover chicken from making a chicken salad. So this is already cooked. Cut it up in little chunks. We're going to put it through the same process as the beef that we're using. We'll have chicken tacos and beef tacos. My sous chef and his supervisor are over here freaking out because they smell chicken. They're going crazy. Going chicken crazy. It's about as close to being a bird dog as he gets. Okay, so we're going to go at about medium high. We're going to add a little bit of olive oil in there. As soon as that heats up a little bit, we'll add in our onion. And it's just ready for the onion. We get these going until they're translucent and softened up some. Alright, we'll put in a little bit of garlic in here. We're going to put our meat. It's a carne seca cut. It's kind of a ground beef, but it's a little thicker, chunkier cut. We're going to put in about a pound or so in here, pound and a half. And you notice I put in the garlic a little bit after the onion and pretty close to when I was putting the beef in. That's because garlic likes to burn pretty quickly. And it can give you some off flavors and some not such great stuff coming out of there. So I kind of almost like to keep the garlic fresh. Sometimes I'll even put it in right at the end before I take this off of the heat. And it's the same for the jalapenos that are going to go in here. They will burn in here while this is doing its thing. So I'm just going to kind of get it started browning, make sure it's broken up. Cartography Mexico, and when I do Mexican food around the house, and I keep adding until it smells like Mexican food in the house. Just cook it till you smell it. And it's probably about a tablespoon or so of this in here. You can always go back and adjust too. Like this, for instance, smelled really amazing, and now that I've got it stirred up, it's not quite enough, so I'm going to add a little bit more. Going to brown this meat off, and once it's all browned, we're going to put a little bit of water in there with it and kind of let it simmer for 5 or 10 minutes just to sort of meld everything together. Put a good chunk of jalapenos in there. Okay, we just add in a tiny little water. This kind of makes a little bit of a sauce out of the spices and the fats from the meat. And just let that simmer, kind of cook down for a minute. Get it all nice and yummy, and then it'll be ready to go. We're going to pull this out, put it in a bowl here. Smells delicious. There we go. Put the chicken right in here. Put it through the same process, basically. Spice it up. Yeah, chicken's a much milder flavor, so don't go too crazy with it. A little bit of garlic. Yeah, the chicken's starting to get a little brown on it, which is nice for being in the pan. That's yummy. Alright, throw some jalapenos in there. And a little bit of water. Okay, and that's going to about do it for the chicken. Get it aside, and I do believe it's time to put some tacos together. This is queso fresco. It comes in little discs. You can find it in your 99% of all grocery stores have this. And it is a Mexican crumbling cheese, and it's very mild, and it's very authentic, and it's really yummy. I also got plain old Fiesta blend over here. So we are going to build one of each of our tacos. If you don't have one of these, they're actually kind of handy. You can put your tacos in it and then put them in the oven and bake them instead of frying them if you want kind of a hard shell taco. So we're going to start with our beef. We're going to do one of my favorite styles here with the beef. A little bit of pico on top. Oh, doesn't that look good? Crumbling cheese on top. Yummy. We're also going to do a more traditional one here. It's one of my favorite things about tacos. There's a million different varieties. I like foods like that because I like goofing around in the kitchen and doing weird things with food and trying experiments, and tacos are one of those things that give you a lot of leeway for doing just that, for having little experiments and, you know, hey, what happens if I put this in here? Is that good? Yeah, try it and find out. Can't hurt. Let's put a little lettuce, a little tomato, a little bit of Fiesta blend, and you have the more taco here. And then down on this end, we're going to throw a little bit of our chicken in here. Like that. Ooh,